Hello, hey friends. I don't have my selfie stick. This is gonna be a little shaky today. And I'm late. I'm always on time on Mondays for these, but not today. But I'm here. I made it. It's my first day back from vacation. And so I'm like a little slow getting back into things today. So bear with me, but I'm happy to be here and I'm happy to be back with you. So welcome today to today's Monday Power Up session. So I had my toes in the sand for a solid week, relaxing, reading fun books, being with people I absolutely adore, and just replenishing my soul and my energy and my body and all the things. And every time that happens, without fail, I get wisdom bombs and divine downloads and all kinds of ideas that I dump into a notebook. And a lot of times what shows up, I guess because I'm a coach, shows up in the form of a powerful question. Because really masterful coaches, that's what we do. We ask really powerful questions that are meant to stop you in your tracks, get you to think, get you to examine yourself, and really shift your perspective about things. So, of course, that happened while I was on vacation. Oh, yeah, you can see my welcome to my insanity. That's the next 4 months of promo calendar for me. So lots going on, lots coming your way. Anyway, so I wanted to share this question with you because it came from a couple of things. A podcast episode that I was listening to that was a fun, self-help podcast because I promised myself I wouldn't do any work on vacation. And also just some observation of myself and things that have been going on with me and have been coming up for me over really the past 12 months. So a lot of you know that almost exactly a year ago, my mom died. She had an accident. She had a terminal illness, which is the crazy thing, is that in April of last year, she had been given until December to live. And in July, she had an accident and died in under 12 hours from the accident, which was really honestly a blessing because the illness that she had would have been a horrendous ending for everybody involved. But as you know, when people pass away, especially people in your family or close friends or whatever, it's really, oh, thank you. That's very kind. I appreciate that. Sorry, I don't have my regular glasses on. Marcella. I'm sorry if I pronounced it incorrectly. So anyway, since her passing, there's been lots and lots coming up and lots going on, and I'm examining a lot of things about myself and my life. And so when I was at the beach this last week, I, really was pondering some very deep questions. And I like to ask anything I ask of you, whether you are a client of mine, whether you're in my 6-month program, my upcoming 8-week program, you're a one-on-one intensive client, whatever you are. The same things I ask of you, I like to ask of myself. Number one, #integrity, kind of important. But number two, because really I am a personal development junkie and I want to make sure that I'm always expanding into my potential. And so here's one question that came up, and I'm going to be talking about it in the coming weeks in relation to two things: your fear stories. So all the stories your fears tell you that are almost all untrue, and your limiting beliefs. So the things that are hardwired into your subconscious mind that you learned somewhere between the 3rd trimester of your mother's pregnancy and age like 6 or 7. And this question, when I heard it the other day, it was posed a little bit differently, but when I heard it the other day, it stopped me in my tracks. And the entire ride home from the beach, 3.5 hours, I pondered this question in one form or another. Because I'm getting ready to put some things out into the world to invite you all to do some work with me on yourself, for yourself. And this is a really important question to answer. And here it is, simple as it gets. What are you lying to yourself about? Now, at first glance, this question can make you defensive. It can turn you off. It can say, nothing, I'm a really honest person. I don't lie. I have lots of integrity. The question isn't what are you lying to other people about? Although when you lie to yourself, you do end up playing a role and putting on a mask that is kind of out of alignment with other people, even though you're not really meaning to do that other than for survival. But the question is, what are you lying to yourself about? And, for somebody who, I do a lot of work on myself, and I have since I was really 19 or 20 years old, so almost 30 years. This question really, I think, is worth pondering on the regular. And I sat with it for almost 3 hours, getting really clear about the untruths I have been telling myself, about the world, other people, about kind of high-level topics like money and success and power and gender and race and all kinds of things that made me super uncomfortable, which means ding, 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 the question is a winner. And the beautiful thing is when you're willing to sit with questions like that, questions like, what are my fear stories? What are those fear stories costing me? What are my hardwired in, programmed subconscious beliefs that limit me? And you're willing to bring them to the forefront and deal with them and become conscious of them. That's the deal. Because all this stuff is running around back there, whether you recognize it or not, whether you're willing to do something about it or not. So I had to really come to terms with some lies that I had been telling myself that put pressure on me, that made me put pressure on myself, which is like one of my two kryptonites. Pressure is the worst kryptonite for me. It shuts down my creativity. It shuts down my flow. It shuts down, I don't have a lot of patience to begin with, but it shuts down whatever patience I actually do have. There were some lies I was telling myself about my past, about my future, about money, about success, about lots and lots of things. And so what I just want to invite you to do today, normally on the Power Up session, I give you a reframe. But today I really just feel like the reframe is the speaking of the truth instead of the playing out of the lies. Because the truth is, the thoughts you think today are the same thoughts you thought yesterday, last week, a month ago, 6 months ago, and even 20 years ago, unless you've done the work to change your programming. Your programming around fear and lots of other things. So grab your journal at some point today with your favorite beverage and just write out on a nice clean piece of paper that question: what lies do I continue to tell myself? And the intention is to reveal to you what's actually holding you back. So what lies about yourself, what lies about other people, what lies about high-level topics. And you may be absolutely surprised what comes out of you. And if you are a coach, this is a question I strongly urge you to pose to your coaching clients. What lies are you currently telling yourself? And you're going to be amazed at what comes out of it. Now, hi, Laura. Hi, Kelly. So in weeks to come, what I'm going to be addressing with you are the lies that your fear tells you and the lies that your subconscious programming tells you. And then I'm going to invite you to change all of it. I want you to think for a minute, what would life be like if you no longer made any decisions from a place of fear or from a place of poor programming? And what would it be like, life be like, if you had the skills to build your brave in the face of fear and to intentionally insert new programming into your mind so that none of that limiting stuff stopped you anymore? What would that be like for you? I can tell you it's exactly how I turned my entire life around, and I'll be telling you that story in weeks to come. But just to wrap it up today, to keep it succinct, I miss you too, Kelly. Oh my God, it's been too long. It's such a fabulous. If you all don't know Kelly Saginac, you need to. She's an incredible human being. So that's the question for today. Go get your journal, clean sheet of paper, give yourself space, time, get your favorite pen, your favorite beverage, and write down, what lies am I still telling myself? And whatever comes out, let it come out. Because from that place of self-awareness and a deep yearning for better, for the truth, even though in the beginning it makes you uncomfortable, it puts you in such a powerful position to create growth and change. And I'm going to show you how to do that in weeks to come. So stay tuned. With that, I am sending you off with much love into the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me. And if this resonated with you and you think it would resonate with your people, hit the share button and put it out there. All right, my loves, talk to you soon. Don't forget, Thursday Throwdown every Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern, where I take the Monday topic and I go way deeper so that you can take action and you can start to create change. So I hope I see you on Thursday. Much love.